Art in early civilization. Art in early civilization. Stone Age is a term used to describe a period of history when stones were used to make tools for survival. The term conjures an image of men and women dressed in skin, huddling before a fire in a cave. Stone Age roughly spanned the 14,000 to 2000 BCE. Noong unang panahon daw po ma'am, ang mga tao ay gumagamit ng mga bato para sa paggawa ng mga kagamitan o kasangkapan nila. Art in early civilization. There are three periods of Stone Age. The first one is Paleolithic period, was probably the time when humans first discovered and used fire. The second one is Mesolithic or Middle Stone Age, is the Old World archaeological period between the Upper Paleolithic and Neolithic. The third one is the Neolithic period or New Stone Age, is characterized by the beginning of settled human lifestyle.
In unearthing of archaeological artifacts and remains provides modern society a glimpse of the beliefs, practices, and activities of early civilization. The motives and reasons behind the creation of ancient materials such as sculptures, painting, and architectural structures may not be clearly defined. Nevertheless, the early people produced such material that reflect their attitudes and belief system on spiritual, social, political, and economic matters. As the early humans started to transition from being nomads to permanent settlers, their everyday activities also had some changes, which is evident through the materials and even the works of art they have created. Despite changes as a result of adapting to their environment, there are central themes in their artworks. Most ancient artworks depict religious symbols, a wide array of organisms from nature, and activities of everyday life. This is my explanation about this topic. The passage discusses how archaeology helps us understand early civilizations through artifacts. While the exact reasons behind ancient artworks may be unclear, they reveal beliefs and practices. As early humans settled, their art reflected changes, but common themes include religion, nature, and daily life. Overall, studying these artifacts enriches our understanding of human history and culture.
Prehistoric art. The Stone Age was witnessed how humans were able to lead more stable lives and eventually come up permanent shelter and tools for survival. To complement this stability and science permanence, early humans has also turned to the creation of paintings and sculptures that depict humans, animals, and their natural habitats. The Stone Age was broad prehistoric period during which stone was widely used to make stone tools with an edge, a point of precision surface, lasting roughly 2.5 million years. The Stone Age ended around 5,000 years ago, when humans in the Near East began working within metal-making tools and weapons from bronze. Dito nasaksiyan at naranasan ng mga tao ang maging komportable sa kanilang buhay. Naging kanilang tuluyan at nagagamit upang mabuhay. Sa mga sinaunang tao, para sila ay umakma sa katatagan at pakiramdam ng permanenteng bumibilang din sa paglikha ng mga pintura at eskultura na naglarawan sa mga tao, hayop, at kanilang natural na tirahan. Paleolithic arts is the production of climate change As a climate change got cornered part of the early humans' instinct is to look for shelter that will provide will warmth. Caves become protective havens for the earliest human, and these caves paved the way for the birth of their first attempt to create art. The Paleolithic Age or era is also known as the Old Stone Age because it comprised the earliest parts of the Stone Age, when humans first developed and used stone tools. Tools developed during the Paleolithic Age helped earliest humans survive and adapt to their environments better. Isang produkto ng pagbabago ng klima habang lumalamig ang panahon. Bahagi ng likas na ugali ng mga tao ay maghanap ng masisilungan na mabibigay na init sa kanila. Ang mga kuweba ay nagsasabing proteksyon na kanlungan. Para sa mga unang taon, ang mga kuweba ito ay naging daan sa pagsilang ng kanilang unang pagtatangka na lumika ng sining.
Halls of Bowls found in the cave in Lacoste, France. The Hall of Bowls is located at Montignac, France. It is a Upper Paleolithic period. The medium used was mineral pigments, and the artist is still unknown. There is no known artist for the Hall of Bowls because of historical ignorance in the age of the painting. However, archaeological insight shows that the Magdalenian race, a race of post-modern humans, made all of the Paleolithic paintings in Lacoste. They discovered this Hall of Bowls when the dog fell into a crevice on the 12th of September 1940. Marcel Ravidat found the opening to the Lacoste cave. Mesolithic art. The Venus of Willendorf. This figure is highly abstracted woman from highlighted body parts associated with fertility. The representation may show the importance of taking care of these body parts for procreation and consequently the survival of species. A 25-30,000-year-old female figurine, the so-called Venus of Willendorf, was discovered in an Austrian village in 1908. It is an example of a piece of art from the Paleolithic Old Stone Age era in human prehistory. The object commonly known as the Venus of Willendorf is a small, 11.1 cm high, stone sculpture of a corpulent nude woman, carved in the round. It is fully three-dimensional, created from a type of limestone called oolite. The figure has a distinctive shape, with massive breast, stomach, and buttocks. It has tapering legs with large thighs but no feet, skinny arms drop over the breast, slight indication of hands, and a rounded head, with the impression of curly hair or a hat all the way around. The Venus of Willendorf has no face. However, her genitals are depicted in more detail than anything else. She originally had reddish ochre paint that is now mostly lost. Neolithic art Stonehenge in England. The purpose of this fascinating edifice remains a mystery up to this day age. Some regard it as a temple while others see it as complex calendar that track the movements of both the sun and moon. Others ascribe some magical element to it by associating it with Merlin the magician from King Arthur's story. Stonehenge. On Salisbury Plain in England is one of the most recognizable monuments of the Neolithic world or New Stone, and one of the most popular. With over 1 million visitors a year, people come to see Stonehenge because it is so impossibly big and so impossibly old. Some are searching for a connection with a prehistoric past. Some come to witness the workings of a massive astrological observatory. The people living in the 4th millennium BCE who began work on Stonehenge were contemporary with the first dynasties of ancient Egypt, and their efforts predate the building of the pyramids. What they created has endured millennial and still intrigues us today.
Narmer palette. It was a palette that utilized and applied dark colors around King Narmer's eyes. The palette was also a symbol that commemorates the unification of Upper and Lower Egypt.
The Great Pyramid of Giza. During the Old Kingdom, one of the architectural wonders was also constructed. The pyramids in Giza served as tombs since their main purpose was to provide a resting place for the pharaohs. The Great Pyramid of Giza is one of the most iconic and largest pyramids in Egypt. It was built during the 4th dynasty of the Old Kingdom of Egypt, around 2580 to 2560 BCE. This architectural marvel was constructed as a tomb for Pharaoh Khufu, also known as Cheops. It is made of massive limestone blocks and was originally covered in smooth white Tura limestone casing stone, most of which have been removed over time. The Great Pyramid was the tallest man-made structure in the world for over 3,800 years and is a testament to the incredible engineering and construction abilities of the ancient Egyptians. Queen Nefertiti. There is emphasis to lifelike features of the face like an elongate jaw and thick-lidded eyes. Most artists created artworks that are natural and seemingly real, highlighting the features of their subject. Naturalism was not only used to depict the pharaoh but also was used for members of the royal family. The bust of Queen Nefertiti has a long and sensuous neck. Queen Nefertiti was one of ancient Egypt's most famous queens, known for her beauty and influence. She was the wife of Pharaoh Akhenaten and ruled alongside him during the 14th century BCE. Nefertiti is often depicted in art with a distinctive long neck and elegant features. She played a significant role in the religious reforms of her husband Rin, particularly in the worship of the sun god Aten. However, her life and reign remain shrouded in mystery with much speculation surrounding her disappearance from historical records.
King Tutankhamen. He became king at a very young age and died at the age of 18. Howard Carter discovered his tomb in 1922. They were astonished to find gold artworks, and that the coffin was made out of solid gold. The body of the young king was embroidered in linen, and a gold mask covered his face. This is my explanation about this topic. King Tutankhamun, often referred to as King Tut, was an ancient Egyptian pharaoh who ascended to the throne at a young age and died around the age of 18. His tomb, located in the Valley of the Kings, was famously discovered by archaeologist Howard Carter in 1922. The discovery of his tomb astounded the world, as it contained a vast array of treasures, including gold artifacts and a solid gold coffin. King Tutankhamun's mummified body was wrapped in linen, and his face was covered with a gold mask, emphasizing the wealth and opulence associated with ancient Egyptian royalty. The discovery of King Tut's tomb provided significant insights into ancient Egyptian burial practices, artistry, and royal life.
Summary. During the prehistoric period, the early humans had transitioned from a nomadic lifestyle to that or more permanent one, which led to early civilization. Some of the works discovered from this period will give a modern society a glimpse of what was like during that period. One of the early civilizations where art flourished was the Egyptian civilization. Throughout the Three Kingdoms of all the way to the Armana Revolution, art has been directly used, particularly in religious and spiritual activities. Through these unearthed and discovered artworks, the modern world could have a better understanding of the past and how can affect the present.